Hi there! So when I'm asked which is a good smartphone to buy around the 30k bracket, I would instantly recommend the OnePlus Nord 3. Launched in July 2023, it has the traits and the user experience of a flagship phone at an affordable price. Just like every other phone, this too has its share of pros and cons, but OnePlus gets a lot of things spot on with the Nord 3. Fun fact, after using so many Android phones, I still keep going back to this one. It's those small things that might seem irrelevant at first, but become the reason why the Nord 3 is one of the best smartphones in its category. Let me share everything in detail so you can decide if you should buy the OnePlus Nord 3 or not. Let's begin. So the first thing about any smartphone is the in-hand feel. If that's not good, even a flagship device can be a nightmare to use. The Nord 3 is one of the most ergonomic smartphones I've held in a while. The reachability and the placements of the buttons are just perfect. Volume rockers on one side while the power button on the other, and they work perfectly when held in either hand. My other favorite hardware feature has to be the alert slider, something I believe should be on every smartphone. Just like USB-C, this one too should be mandatory.
कुछ भी कुछ भी
I know, we can't make it mandatory, but the convenience of simply sliding a button to put your phone on silent or vibrate is very addictive. I truly miss it when I'm using a phone that doesn't have this feature. The back comes with this matte finish and doesn't attract any fingerprint or smudges. It's made of glass and it comes with Gorilla Glass Fry protection. I've been using this phone for over 4 months and it's as good as new. The sides are flat while the edges are slightly curved, and weighing at just 193 grams gives you a good grip in your hand. Trust me, it feels a lot lighter. It comes with dual stereo speakers, one at the top and one at the bottom. You can also spot the USB-C port and the SIM tray that can house 2 nano SIM cards. Sadly, there's no support for microSD card. Coming to the display. So it comes with a 6.74-inch AMOLED display with a resolution of 2772 by 1240 pixels. It comes with Dragon Trail glass protection to prevent the display from any kind of scratches or damage. And so far, it's done an excellent job. The color reproduction is simply stunning, vibrant and punchy with perfect deep blacks. It has one of the slimmest bezels I've seen on a phone in this category. The punch hole is also super tiny and houses a 16 megapixel selfie camera. 120Hz adaptive refresh rate provides a super smooth user experience. OnePlus has optimized this so well that it's overall very consistent with rarely any drop frames. You can notice the fluidity, especially when you're browsing a website or your favorite social media app like Instagram. The fingerprint scanner is embedded under the display and is super quick and responsive. Recently, after an update, I realized it's actually gotten even faster. But I only wish that it was placed a little higher, but that's something we're seeing with so many smartphones nowadays. So it's not a deal breaker. OnePlus claims 1450 nits of peak brightness, and it shows. You can see the display is clearly visible outdoors under the direct sunlight as well. Amazing. Watching movies and videos are a visual treat. Now with HDR10 support and content going edge to edge, it looks even more amazing. The color reproduction and the brightness are tuned to perfection. With Widevine L1 certification, you can stream from apps like Netflix and Prime Videos at full resolution. You can also stream HDR content from multiple OTT apps like Netflix, Prime Videos, and even YouTube. It really elevates the viewing experience. But what takes it to the next level is the audio. Time for a quick demo. So firstly, with dual speakers, the viewing experience gets far more immersive. And let me add, the speakers sound really good, they get loud and provide impressive audio fidelity. So you can basically use it as a desk speaker or a bedside speaker as well. Trust me, you'll be more than impressed. Coming to the OS. So it's running the latest Android 13 over Oxygen OS 13.1. And hands down, it's one of the best optimized custom interfaces. First look and you can see it's a clean UI. I won't call it stock, but close. Dig inside and you'll find lots of customization options from wallpapers to icon packs to fonts When it comes to bloatware, there aren't many actually, except some OnePlus apps and the Google Apps Suite, which also, if you don't need, you can delete. Special mention about the haptic motor. The vibration is super subtle and precise, especially noticeable when you unlock the phone or while typing. It feels so premium. And not that I haven't experienced this kind of haptics on other phones, but they're usually on more pricier phones. Excellent job by OnePlus here. Coming to the hardware. So it's running the MediaTek Dimensity 9000 chipset. It's a 4nm chipset that supports 5G, and 5G network will work across all network providers in India. It's a tried and tested chipset with excellent performance, whether it's for day-to-day tasks or even high graphic intensive gaming. It can handle everything perfectly. The unit we have came with 16GB LPDDR5X RAM with support to further expand by 12GB, giving you an insane total of 28GB RAM. I must say that's more than you can ask for in a phone in 2023. Opening closing apps are almost instant. Multitasking between them is super quick. And now, with abundance of RAM, most often and recently used apps are still in memory. Check that out. Though I'm not really a benchmark person, but just to give you an idea, we ran the Antutu and it scored over 9,44,000, which I think is super impressive. Storage type is UFS 3.1 and we ran the speed test for that as well, and we got 1707 MB read and 1613 MB write. All scores that you would get on a flagship device. But what further excels is gaming. We played everyone's favorite BGMI and we got an option to enable 90 FPS in the graphics settings. Now these settings are usually available only on flagship devices, and when it comes to performance, it's super impressive. Check out the fluidity and the responsiveness. There is so much detail here and the gaming experience is just superb. Though I must add that the device did heat up after playing for a while, but still, it held up pretty strong with barely any drop frames. Definitely no lag at all. If you like to play some high graphic games, the OnePlus Nord 3 will not disappoint. Coming to the battery. So it houses a 5000 mAh battery that would mostly last me a full day with some battery to spare. But if I switch to 60 Hz in the display settings, then probably it would last me 1.5 day easily. Yes, battery life is definitely solid. It comes with an 80 watt charger in the box, which would get me to 60% in just 15 minutes and 0 to 100 in just about 30 minutes. I don't remember ever charging this phone more than 20 minutes. It's absolutely crazy, especially if you look at the price of this phone. Coming to the camera. So triple rear camera setup, 50 megapixel primary, Sony IMX890 sensor with OIS, 8 megapixel ultra wide with Sony IMX355 sensor, and a 2 megapixel macro. Now, here are some shots taken with the 50 megapixel rear camera, and the images will definitely feel like it's taken from a flagship device. It maintains the details, excellent colors, the highlights and the shadows are very well balanced. The Sony sensor will not disappoint in any scenario. Now here are some taken in low light, which is actually almost no light, and frankly it's so clear thanks to OIS and impressive post-processing. Here are some portrait shots, excellent edge detection, perfect skin tones, and it does a good job in both day and low light situations. Here are some ultra wide shots. Though just 8 megapixel, it maintains excellent clarity. Here are some more. These are some macro shots. I mean, I can't say they are amazing, but that's the best you can expect with a 2 megapixel sensor. As long as you don't zoom in, I think they are fine. Here's a 4K video, shot handheld, and again, thanks to OIS, it's very smooth. Now this video is shot at 30 FPS, but yes, there is also support for 60 FPS. Now here are some shots taken with the 16 megapixel front camera, really nice skin tones, it's really wide, you can actually take group pictures. Here are some portrait shots, edge detection is spot on. So here's a video shot from the front 16 megapixel camera of the OnePlus Nord 3. Now this doesn't come with OIS, but still I think it's pretty smooth. Also, this is only a full HD video. Sadly, the front camera doesn't support 4K, but I think that the audio quality and the video quality is pretty good. Now, if I had to talk about the cons, the 2 megapixel macro is okay, but not that great. Also, I wish that the front camera supported 4K video recording, but again, neither of these are deal breakers. The main camera and the ultrawide do such a good job that it compensates for those shortcomings. Now I'm aware there are phones with better benchmark scores in the same price range, but it's not always about who reaches the finish line. It's eventually about the experience. The OnePlus Nord 3 gets so many things right. You will appreciate those small things that will give you an overall very satisfying experience. And of course, it's not a slouch in any way. Dimensity 9000 is a crazy strong chipset. Looking for a phone around 30 to 35k, close your eyes and buy this. It's totally worth it. It's available in two colors, grey and misty green, and two variants, 8 plus 128 for 33,999 and 16 plus 256 for 37,999. By the way, there is no expandable storage, so my suggestion would be to go for the higher variant preferably. I hope this video was helpful. If there are any questions, please don't hesitate, mention them down in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them all. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, cheers.